This is the future.
Before we start this video, I would just like to ask that if you are new to the channel, then please subscribe so you will get notified on every upload if you like our content. YouTube says 66.5% of you who have watched my past videos aren't subscribed yet, so, if you want to join the team, please do so by clicking that subscribe button and hitting the notification bell. Also, I will be announcing big changes for Team Grind really soon, so stay vigilant. And now, let's get into the video. Now, I know most of you have heard about the infested pistol Zymos. Also, I know that most of you who got the weapon also know how to mod it and take full advantage of its power. But for those new players who don't have the weapon yet, then you will see on your screen how crazy this weapon is. Why the hell is it doing red crit squad leader when its critical chance is so low? That is exactly the point here. In game, the pistol's description only tells you that it infects your foes with spore projectiles when you do headshots. The initial shot will burrow and explode, releasing spore clouds that seek out nearby enemies. Also, in its stats, you will see that it has innate toxin on its projectile. Then the seeking projectiles only have 3.3 meters range. But a quick note, spores randomly select targets within 20 meters of the host target. This range is not affected by fulmination though. It is a status-based pistol, but you won't see anything about this pistol having over 50% critical chance. In fact, it only has a 5% critical chance with a 2.3 times critical damage multiplier. Now tell me, how can you say that nothing is broken in this game? Take note that this is how it works when it was released, and it continued to be a red crit monster this year. The reason behind this is because critical chance and critical damage bonuses are applied twice. Also, flat critical chance bonuses, like Arcane Avenger, are applied twice. Once multiplied by modded critical chance, and again added last. More specifically, the projectiles double dip on crit chance bonus and flat crit chance. When using a primed pistol gambit and an Arcane Avenger, the homing projectiles will gain a 215% critical chance. The projectiles also have an extreme scaling on the crit multiplier. With both primed target cracker and hollow point, the homing projectiles on this gun have an 18 times crit multiplier, which is pretty insane. But the thing is, you won't see this information written on its description, and so far, this is the only weapon that double dips critical chance and critical damage bonuses, turning it into an insane head-seeking, head-popping pistol. Now let's talk about the build. Zymos build for 2022 is very simple, and that just stacks all the critical chance and critical damage mods that you can. By the way, Galvanized Crosshair's critical chance buff does work with the projectiles. When you kill an enemy with the projectiles, the additional critical chance will proc, and you can both stack it and maintain as long as you are killing enemies with Zymos head-seeking projectiles. Just take note of this though, you will need to aim the pistol to get the critical chance bonus from headshot kill. Moving on, giving it more multi-shot means you can have more head-seeking projectiles for this gun. That is why I choose to have galvanized diffusion. Also, you can place lethal torrent on this build if you want to prefer hitting more enemies than giving your Zymos more critical damage multiplier with hollow point. Also, hemorrhage is a good mod choice for Zymos since its projectile does deal decent impact damage, and you can convert this to slash, which is basically a good universal damage right now. For those who have left Warframe, well, it's good to know that slash is still meta right now. I did not add any damage mods on this build since I have the secondary Merciless Arcane that gives 360% bonus damage at max stack. The Frostbite mod is here to turn those projectile hits into viral damage. Remember that Zymos has innate toxin on its projectiles. Anemic agility for more fire rate since, but it's just a personal preference. Some players include primed quick draw on this pistol since they are not a fan of its slow reload speed. But I think the 30% reload speed bonus from secondary Merciless is enough for me. Take note that if you include all the mods you see in here, this will result in orange crits at max. If you wish to do red crit, then all you got to do is own a Riven which have good critical chance stats on it. The Zymos also has a decent Riven disposition right now, and you can have insane critical chance godroll Riven with it. If you have a Riven, then replace either Anemic Agility or Hollow Point in this build. If you don't have a Riven though, you can still red crit with this pistol by simply adding Arcane Avenger in your setup. But again, not all Warframes can be good with Arcane Avenger. You will need a tank and at the same time, someone that can stun lock an enemy in place so you can continue doing headshots and proccing the seeking projectiles of Zymos. One Warframe that can do the same thing at once is Nidus. He has the ability to stun lock a target in place with the help of his parasitic link. You can just then constantly headshot the affected target to proc the seeking projectiles of this pistol. Also, he is a very good tank that you can always take advantage of Arcane Avenger. Sadly, we can't take advantage of more critical chance with his teaming virulence since it only works with primary guns. Nevertheless, Nidus with Zymos is still a lethal combination that you can play this year. It's broken, which is what I love with Warframe. Let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts about this video. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you at the next one. Squad leader signing off.
This is the future.